Oh, hi guys, welcome to our channel.
Is it your channel?
Oh. I'm so used to talking.
Hi guys, welcome to Out of Africa.
Oh, okay. Hi guys, welcome to Out of Africa.
Out of Africa into Europe.
Into Europe, and this is Ireland.
Yeah.
Those silent prayers that you tell God, hey, ningependa kuishi this place, and God really answered her prayer.
Anita. You're finally here.
Yes.
Umekuwa ukinihepa for a long time, but here we are. I appreciate you for giving us this time to talk about this conversation, like, out of Africa. So normally, unajua too, the reason why we bring this story is to demystify the fact that, when they see an African immigrant, it's not about, somebody who has migrated illegally to come and do stuff in Europe or in America or in Canada or in Australia. So there's a bunch of professional Africans like you here. Yeah. So I just want to tell us that, as in, niambie tu story yako, like in terms of, especially like unadu nini, unafanya nini, na tuanzie tu hapo. Kwanza tuanze na jina yako.
Majina ya kitambulisho. It's Anita Thuku. My name is Anita Thuku. I am a psychology student at BBS, and currently I'm on my final year. My final leg will actually be in September. So naomba nikimaliza nitakuwa nakaribia kukuwa daktari, lakini not yet, but I look up to people like you.
Unataka daktari.
So kuwa daktari, unajua kama for psychology, for you to really practice psychology solemnly, you need to actually do your PhD. Yes. So
in this country?
Yes, in this country. So for you to practice it by yourself, not to be under someone, that you can open your own practice, most of the time, even here, you have to do till your PhD. So when unataka kufanya psychology, mko mnajua lazima PhD lazima hapo ndo lazima ufike.
Na kwa PhD kuna ma experts wa PhD. So Anita, tell me, like, before ukuje Dublin Business School kufanya psychology, like nini ulikuwa unafanya basically?
Nilikuwa Kenya. So nilikuwa Kenya, we all know the trend. All of us have really tried. Mimi hata nilikuwa na biashara. Mimi ni hustler. Nasema I'm a hustler, si kama ile ya Ruto, lakini mimi ni hustler. So I have been a hustler. I used to have a business. I used to do leather bags. I have tried my hands in business. I used to make leather bags by the name Rinene by Rinene. You can check it out.
On Instagram?
Yes, on Instagram you can check it out. So I used to do Rinene by Rinene. I have also tried to practice my first degree, which was in public relations and a bit of the psychology. I have worked previously in the Kenya prisons. So nimeona mingi.
Now give me that journey. Like, at what point did you make the decision of I want to move and I want to do something else, I want to step out of that? Can you tell me, like, what pushed you, Kwanza?
What the key thing that pushed me when I finished actually university, my late mom, actually, she's part of the journey. Mzazi ni kitu important because she's like part of the reason, like, you motivate to do it better, So my mom really motivated me and told me, Anita, I think it's a good thing you can think about doing your master's abroad. So the journey has not really been easy. I would have wanted maybe at that time to start immediately. But there have been challenges here and there. And for me, other than, I think the bigger part was for me was the finances. Because I had to think of a way how we're going to do it, because coming here, for example, you know that you need more money. I would like to you people. It's a lot of money, and I tried my hands on trying to get a scholarship, and it's really been heartbreak, chevening. Please, I am one.
Unaanza na green card.
Unaanza mimi na green card. Uone kama utaweza, ukishinda unaona okay, acha nijaribu pata masomo, and it's all just to try and better my life. So I was trying everything I worked for, even the businesses, they were all gearing like, can I find a way to move abroad? Can I find a way to go and do my master's and try to better myself already? So yeah, partly that was it, and it hasn't been an easy journey. I'm happy that I managed to save my savings combined with my parents. At least ikanisaidia kumove, because unajua after unapata mlango inabangwa on your door, you have to just, what other way can you try? So I was just like, okay, fine, let's put our heads together, and we finally came about to, what about if we pay? You know,
Ulipe tu mwenyewe.
Ulipe tu. It's not easy. It's not easy because lazima kuna hiyo kukuja na kuna hiyo kukaa na utaendelea hadi na hiyo masomo. Na si shilingi mbili.
So just generally to estimate so that tunajua kuna hii assumption that maybe people, watu wengi ulizanga scholarship. So your experience, you have said like you really tried, you applied and you did all that. Now you can decide, I think now it's, you just need to invest in yourself, like instead of waiting for this, because time was also moving. So just to put into perspective in terms of estimates, in terms of like how much will it cost someone just from, let's say, to start a course, like, you know, how much in terms of investment, a lot of ideas, where can they get the money, how can they fundraise and all that, just based on your experience, like what can you advise?
Personally, first you need to identify the school. First know what you want to study. Then secondly, you need to know the school, because especially if you're funding for yourself, you have to be very careful about the budget. And some of us would have wanted to go maybe to Trinity. And Trinity is one of the big universities. I would go to UCC, UCB, but roughly if you convert that money, it's roughly, let's say, maybe 3M. No, na hiyo ni school fees. Haujeka bado pocket money. Accommodation. And this is Europe. Unajua, si Kenya ati pale pesa unaweza pata ati uko na 50,000, maybe it can help you survive. No, you need more than that, you know. So roughly to start you off, you would roughly want to start thinking like from maybe 1M budget, maybe 2M. Na maybe sasa ukiangalia na kama you uko na 2M, inaweza kusaidia unaangalia kama ni course gani unataka kufanya, because there are some courses which will be much more, unaona. So alafu ukichagua unaangalia the colleges, maybe you say okay fine, I can't go maybe to the university, but what other school can I other go to, unaona. Maybe the colleges sasa kuna hizo kuna DBS, kuna Griffith pia. So you look which of which will be best suitable to your budget.
Na in terms of investment, kwa sababu unajua ukiweka 2 million towards school fees, for instance, unajua ni pesa labda ungenunua shamba, ungenunua matatu. So in terms of how do you select your college and your course in such a way that you will get the returns? Because the biggest expectation ni after umemaliza shule upate job, si ndio? So how do you position yourself, like how do you do that research, ama ulifanya nini?
Because for psychology, one thing I knew was make sure that the school that you go to is actually recognized with the standard board. For example, like in Kenya, the way usually what walifungiwa ni Zurich, because haziko recognized na Kenya National Board.
Kenya, the Commission of University Education.
Yes. So make sure the school is recognized with the university boards of that country, and make sure the course that you're doing, it's recognized na the board of that country. For example, kama School of Dentistry. Aya ukitoka hiyo shule iko kwa School of Dentistry. That's like your School of Dentistry inakuwa recognized kwa
your board ya dentist.
Board of Dentistry. So it's
kama Kenya kuna like you are Kenya in KPMD, Kenya something I don't know. But that's what you mean. I understand what you mean.
So that is the one thing you need to check out, because huku unaweza pata umemwaga pesa yote kwa shule, alafu upate ukitoka ukimaliza hiyo shule ukienda interview tunakwambia ulikuwa shule gani? Hapana. Hao watu wanaangalia haiko, hauwezi pata certificate, hauwezi pata hiyo registration number yako. So unaona uko waste pesa yako. So that's one of the key things.
Okay. Yeah. So just talking about sasa ukikam kwanza nini like unajua sometimes people just think mtafute pesa, tuko na pesa tuende Ireland, tuko na pesa tuende Ireland. Like what was the most challenging thing? Yani ile tu kuambia wase ndio watu wasikuwa nakimbia tu kukuja. People are just like people now, you have money, like money cannot buy some things in this country. So what are these things that you just want people like to be careful about in terms of the challenges?
In terms of it, really have an open mind, honestly. You can really face, as you said, mtu anaweza kuwa na pesa lakini bado unagonga mwamba bado. So kuna vitu kama please don't be dodgy. Visa people are really there, so please do the right things. Really have your act together. Really have your act together, and coming with an open mind really enables you to have. It helps you really. It really helps you just to be able to persevere and be able to see things on a different perspective.
I think umejibu. And also the second thing sasa ni what challenges gani kama uliface
huku?
Because unajua kuna huwa na expectation hatuko ni Europe kila kitu iko sawa, life yote itakuwa poa. Like
challenge yenye nili face.
Ama yenye watu face mostly.
Watu wengi face. Sana hata tukue. Unajua maybe ukitoka nyumbani watu wamekupatia pesa wakitani itakusaidia the first, itakulastisha the first maybe 1 year or the whole of your education, unajua. But unfortunately sometimes life might not turn out like that. You might need maybe, for example, like here when you move, maybe umekuja kwa hostel alafu maybe they hike the price of, and you need to move to another place. That's more money you have to spend. You cannot, unajua ukikosa your basic need hautaweza kukuwa comfortable, unajua maybe bidi utumie pesa mingi zaidi na hauko na expect. So especially like the financial challenge is really a big deal. You really cannot say that it's a walk in the park. It's a step by step. Sometimes maybe talking to people, sometimes being open. Unajua nyumbani sometimes venye tumelelewa mtu anyamaze, unajua mtu anasema ameenda majuu kwa hivyo ameomoka. Unaona, but life really does not work out like that. Sometimes you ask people, ask maybe the people who are ahead for you. For me, nilikuja hapa nikishajua maswali already unataka tu kuuliza. You don't sleep sometimes. Just ask. And hata kama what's the worst that could happen? Just being told that no. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the most important thing ni usiai assume, usiai kuwa na any assumption. Like, najua kuna watu wanatokanga huko home, and most of them especially ni people who come from privileged families. Na vile umeelewa this part of the world, like ukishafika hapa wewe ni mtoto wa MP, wewe ni mtoto wa najua like me, my dad was a village elder, so I dad guru huko Western. Wewe ni mtoto wa village elder, wewe ni mtoto wa MP, wewe ni mtoto wa minister nini. Nobody cares about that.
Like, nobody cares. Like we are all standard.
Like for instance, ukienda shule na ukutane na mtoto wa minister, maybe wa finance in Ireland, will you even know?
No.
There are people even who don't know even our president. They don't even know. There are people who don't even know that there's something called member of parliament in Kenya, for instance. Kama hapa unajua TD? See, for instance, so you see that people don't care. So ikifika hiyo point sasa, unajua Kenya huko mtu anaweza make phone call mahali maybe upate job. Upate how. Unaona?
It's not the same. It's not being like home, you know. You really have to ask. You really have to really humble yourself. If you're proud, your ego can really be hurt too much. You just have to humble yourself, eat the humble pie, uliza. Because nakumbuka kazi yangu ya kwanza. Kazi yangu ya kwanza, I came here in September. I was just applying for jobs. I was told here the best site especially kwa kazi ni Indeed. So na apply to Indeed bado hakuna kitu inakuja. But one of my classmates, najua huku the Nigerians are like the Indians, very aggressive, so she was just like
and very entrepreneurial.
Yes, and very entrepreneurial, by the way. Where there are no Nigerians, honestly, don't go.
You should use them as the guide.
As the guide. Not a lie. Where there are no Nigerians, please don't go. And also where there are not many Kenyans, chunguza pia kidogo. What is happening there? So my classmate akambia, Anita, unataka kufanya kazi? Then I was like, okay, I'm here to work. You know the way you ask God nitafanya nini? Nilikuwa ready mimi. So nikasema okay, nikaniambia it is to cook, kuosha mavyombo nini kwa a lady. She's an entrepreneur. She's here, she's Nigerian, and yeah, she'll pay you. Then you know you're eager, you don't have money, so lazima uchape kazi. Mimi kama hustler, as I said. Nenda unafanya kazi, unasaidia, unapika. Just you as I said, put your head down and really be humble and just start. Then slowly by slowly, I remember hiyo pesa ilikuwa 500, and I had worked like for I think 3 days. Ilikuwa tu, I know it's something, to others it can be something small, but to me it was really a big deal. Unajua ujapata aujaguza pesa in a very long time. You have just been, pesa ya kutoa si the same na pesa ya kuingiza. So making like my first rent, it was really a big deal for me, and I was so happy. I don't have to ask my parents. So I was just like, okay, it really showed me like, hey, ninaweza hii maisha, like I'm meant to thrive. Then slowly by slowly nikatoka hiyo kazi, nikaanza ya door to door. So I first, as I said, Indeed. So at least nikaanza kupata tufununu kidogo, na at least naanza kuitwa to interview. Naulizo umefanya hii nini. You're just hoping at least upate, because you need money. You know, you can't survive here without money. So at least nikaanza kwenda hiyo door to door. Hii ya kuangalia the elderly. So that was my first 2 gigs. My first 2 gigs that really molded me. And the second, hii ya pili, hii ya kwenda door to door, you know, you really don't face a lot by, unajua kwa sheltered nyumbani unaweza kosa ku experience vitu nyingi, but once you get to experience like to a certain level, like interacting with people, like full, like hands on with the elderly, unadhani nyanya yako nyumbani like ako sawa. You need to experience somebody who's differently cultured from you, and you will say, hey, the way your perspective really changes about people really changes a lot. You don't see things the same way. You learn not everybody who will like you. There are those who are very kind sana, and kuna wengine tu uko tu like, huyu sasa ametoka wapi, unajua. So the first hiyo ya kwenda kwanza on someone's personal space, wengine, and it was during winter, inabidi unakaa nje, unangoja, una gari, but unapasavia tu, it's the kujituma.
Yeah. So basically, because now whatever now you're discussing, like others, hizi ndio stories zenye watu, people know, nitakuja nikisoma nafanya part time job. Yeah. So na the expectation ni nimetoka, nilikuwa nafanya kazi a big company, nikifanya masters yangu hapa, I'll be working part time for another big company. So just to continue telling people like, what are the other, apart from care and uliosha mavyombo, what are the other jobs, especially zile zenye wa Kenya udharau home? Because unajua home hapa hivi, kazi ya mbao, kazi ya mjengo, kazi ya nini, zile kazi ambazo bado zina respectiwa kwa society. Healthcare nini, lakini sa home kuna kwanga na hiyo perspective ya manze, una do nini, like umesoma university, uzafanya kitu kama hiyo aje? So number one, did you ever struggle getting into some other sorts of part-time jobs that students do here?
That I would have been interested.
Yeah, you'll have been interested, but you struggled in such, because unajua umetoka home na ile culture ya, for instance, mimi siwezi work kwa restaurant. Like kitu kama hiyo shai ku affect.
Kama nakumbuka kama, because currently I am more inclined to the social work. Na hiyo si tiresome, si kama hiyo kufanya kazi kwa nursing home. Before I got it, imechukua muda. Because I knew it wasn't that cumbersome. I knew at least it will help me read na vitu kama hizo. And it has taken time because hiyo kujaribu tu kuingia mtu ha feel convinced enough kukuchukua kwa sababu na feel bado you don't have an Irish experience. They keep on talking Irish experience. But how will I gather Irish experience if you don't give me a chance? You know? How will I gather it? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. Naona inakuwa ni kuna ugumu wake. Yeah.
Na sasa kama like job gani zingine ambazo umesikia maybe other students wanafanya as part-time job, so that mtu akijipanga kuja huku ajue these are actually the jobs that they'll be doing as part-time gigs other than wakisoma.
Kuna hizo kama kuwakiza wakina McDonald's, kunayo hiyo. Kuna work in Pennies, hiyo that's one of the biggest clothing brand huko Europe. Hiyo unaweza pata part-time. I think another one that I was surprised. I didn't know people can work as students in the airport as part-time. I didn't know until I had a friend like, I asked him, how did you even get a part-time job? And unajua hiyo na venye tumekuja huku umeambiwa tu kazi part-time tu watu wanaweza pata. As I said, kama mnaambiwa tu the easiest ni kwenda hizo nursing home nini hiyo ndo like the easiest. But if the analogy can also be changed, you can get also a part-time job. Ufanye kazi, unaweza fanya kazi kwa what's the name of this place? Unaweza fanya kazi kwenye airport. Unaweza fanya kazi mali tofauti. So it really depends where it's going to be. Yeah.
Now let's talk about money. Because kuna expectation. Kuna wasee wanakujanga, sijui mtu amelipa tu fee half, amelipa accommodation half, alafu anafikiria maybe hiyo job yake part-time inaweza kumlipia fee na imlipie accommodation na imfeed. Do you think that is possible from experience? Because you are sponsored yourself, so you understand. Myself, I don't know that. Like, you know, maybe you can talk about that.
It's not how those who do it. Ili ya kulipa umelipa fee half, alafu ukuje na wewe ndio unajisimamia bills. Well, ask yourself, to be honest, how easy is it to make 1 million or 2 million, just even at home, in a month, just unless not tuseme wewe tu a normal hustler, mtu wa kawaida tu, si ati uko na connection ama vitu kama hizo. Yes, I understand our connection is God. Yes, I understand, but utawezaje tu ku make like instant 2M? That's like 2,000 euros, 20,000 euros. Let us be realistic. How easy is it to make it within 1 month? And you have other responsibilities like your food, which is costly. You have rent to pay. Hawezi lala huku kwa streets, utaambiwa rudi Kenya. Unajua, you have to be realistic. Hata kama niyo pay that you're getting, that means for you to be paid 100, kama ukitaka ku make your pesa, that means you're being paid 100 euros per hour. And these are many like office job. And how easy is it to get it? If you came here as a student, I don't refuse. It is possible to get it. Yes, there are those who have been able. But unajua kuna pia kukua realistic about it. So how are you going to be able to achieve it? Yeah.
Okay, so parting short as we wrap up this conversation and we finish, it's weekend, we go
Weekend.
We go weekending. And after the sun is up until 3,
Saa nne. Saizi ni saa nne.
Saa nne usiku jua inawaka utajua mpaka saa nne usiku. So what is the biggest mistake that somebody can do who is sponsoring themselves to come here to study? Just as a parting shot.
The biggest mistake, I think I can say two things, is really not to have really been financially prepared. This is not your home. So, hapa si nyumbani. Huko ni Europa. They call it Europa, right?
Europe. Y-U-R-O-P. Europe.
Oh, Europe. Oh, see Europa?
Europa. Okay. Huku ni Europa.
Huku ni Europa.
Ama huku ni uzunguni.
Huku ni uzunguni. The biggest thing is not being financially prepared. Please be financially well equipped and come here with an open mind. There are two things that I was advised by one of my close friends. She in Germany. She told me, when you come here, when you are at JKIA, carry your hardworking Kenyan spirit and an open mind, and you will succeed here. Those two things.
Hardworking Kenyan spirit?
Your Kenyan hardworking spirit and an open mind. The rest, ujuaji nini?
Kupiga sherehe.
Kwanza kwa kupiga sherehe.
Forget about that.
If you get it,
forget it. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Forget about it.
So just because you have touched about financial preparedness.
Yes.
Just a quick one, like just 1 minute, in terms of, like roughly as a student, like how much should a student be prepared monthly for accommodation roughly?
Minimum 1,200 euros.
Per month?
Yes.
That's 1,200 euros per month, which is currently around 150.
Make a maximum 150.
Near around, it's about 150, 1,200 euros. It's 1,800 euros right now.
Really?
It's 180,000 Kenyan shilling. So 180,000 rent.
Hiyo ni kama unataka kuishi peke yako.
Okay.
Kama unataka kushare na mtu, because here it's a thing, you have to be realistic. It's not like maybe any other. I think when you want to live in Dublin specifically, let us say, for those who come mainly to Dublin, I think you are maybe not prepared. You need to be open to sharing.
Sharing, yeah.
Yes, be open to sharing with other people. And it can be a stranger, it can be a fellow guy who is your housemate na unajua venye nyumbani tumelelewa.
You are not supposed to live in the same house with a man that is not married.
Yes, and ukikuja huku, the analogy really changes on that. You have to have an open mind. As I said, the two things you carry from JKIA, kuja nayo.
Hardworking spirit, financial preparedness, open mind.
Yes. Another one?
Then school fees roughly will be like, try to estimate from the lowest to the highest per year.
Lowest to highest. 8,000 to as high as 25,000.
8,000, that is roughly 1.2 million Kenyan shillings per year to as high as 4 million Kenyan shillings. But I know even like, I know they're even paying more, like 5 million per year, some courses, I understand.
And some courses can be very expensive.
Then hapo, alafu sasa unajaribu kubalance hiyo part-time job yako, for instance, part-time job.
Na unafanya course ya 5 million.
So roughly, part-time job student anapata kama how much per month? How many euros like roughly a student?
Saizi wanaenda as low as 1350
per hour. 1350 per hour. So in a million times 20 hours, that is around 270 euros per week. Hiyo ni 540, 2 weeks, hiyo ni 1080 per month, which is roughly 160,000 Kenyan shillings. But during the summer, they can work now double and get 3,200 euros. But taxes, bado itakukata. So tuseme ukimake 160,000, maybe utaxiwe kitu kaa 20k. ubaki na 140 kama uko kwa hiyo minimum wage.
But I think ina depend pia on the tax bracket. If you're being taxed weekly, they have a different taxation as compared to someone who's being taxed monthly. And that is something many people don't know. That is something people can talk to their employers.
Now that is a conversation of another
day.
So that's it. Like, thank you very much.
Asante, thank you for having me. Acha tumekosa kufanya ile hivi.
Yesu atongare. So Yesu atongare. Salam za Yesu. Amina. Yeah, so guys, subscribe so that we can continue the conversation. Like, put inaitwaje ile notification.
Yes.
Yeah, because the only thing that we're just trying to do here is kuchanua watu.
Ni ukweli.
Ndio mtu asikuje hapa kama fungwa macho. Mtu asiende kulipa huko siji. You pay somebody there to tell you information that you can get here for free. True. We don't want Kenyans to arrive here and start struggling. And cry.
And yet they would have. Simply subscribe to Out of Africa.
And number 3, you said here, you know, most of the time you don't live in the street because when it gets cold, it gets really cold.
It gets really cold. And then when the rain falls, it
pours.
Oh, when the rain rains, it really pours.
It pours, yeah.
Yes.
So thanks, Anita.